We start tonight with a state board rolling back those massive pay increases for our state's top elected officials. A lot of folks were not happy when they saw those original numbers last week. The one getting the most attention, raising the state superintendent's salary from $124,000 to $250,000 a year. But it turns out last week's vote on those salaries was not legal. News 4's Spencer Humphrey is here with the new pay raises state leaders will now be getting instead. Spencer?
Yeah, Kevin, because last week's vote was legally invalid due to a technicality, it gave those board members some time to reflect. And when they re-voted today, it resulted in quite smaller numbers.
Dr. Ratliff?
Yes.
Matt Tilley?
Yes.
Oklahoma's statewide official compensation board voting Tuesday to undo the massive pay raises it awarded state leaders last week after learning that vote wasn't legal. Last week's vote handed out more than $500,000 in pay raises for Oklahoma statewide elected officials effective after next November's elections. But then it came out one of House Speaker Kyle Hilbert's appointees to the board was a registered lobbyist, disqualifying him from serving. So Hilbert removed him and appointed a new member in his place. Then on Tuesday, the new board voted to rescind all the votes they took last week before taking new ones, resulting in much smaller raises for most positions. For instance, last week they controversially voted to more than double the state superintendent's pay to $250,000 a year. But after much public outcry in Tuesday's revote, they cut that raise in half. The new salary, $175,000 a year.
I think all of us are aware of what's being said and thought and wanted to both do the right thing for the state's elected officials, but also be very mindful of the hardworking Oklahomans and how they will receive that.
They did give the governor a bigger raise Tuesday, from an $8,000 pay bump last week to now a $38,000 raise, keeping the governor the highest paid elected position in the state. Some in the public still frustrated the discussions to decide raise amounts happened behind closed doors.
There is a lack of transparency with that I don't think serves the commission very well. Again, it seems like arbitrary numbers.
Well, we had the research showed that there was about a 50% increase in inflation from the last time officials had a raise, and so that set a bit of a benchmark of where you might want to go to.
Only 2 board members voted down any of the raises. Scott Douglas voting against all of them, telling us he didn't want to increase pay for state leaders at the top while teachers and other state employees see stagnant wages. Board member Jeff Bowman voting against all but 1 for the same reason.
I felt like it's too big of a raise. I probably could have voted for a lower amount raise, but I didn't want to vote for that much of a raise.
Last week, we told you a state law forbids a sitting elected official from running for a different state office if that different state office received a pay raise during that state official's current term. And that would mean Senator Adam Pugh and Representative J.J. Humphrey, who are both running for statewide offices, likely would not be legally allowed to run for those offices. Well, when the board re-voted today, they worded the votes in such a way that, in the board chair's opinion, would legally allow sitting legislators like Pugh and Humphrey to continue running for those statewide offices. But if they were to win, they would not be eligible to be paid at the new increased amounts voted on today and would have to be paid at the previous pay rate from before today. However, it's unclear whether the board actually has that kind of legal authority.